Hello guys, welcome to my channel How to Learn. In this video, I want to explain about most asked Java interview questions. Guys, I'm a real-time Java developer and I have attended many interviews a few months back, and from them, from the whole interviews, I have collected some set of questions and I made this video so it will be helpful for you and you can easily crack the Java interview. Okay, and in this video, I'm just covering some core Java questions only. Okay, and let's start, guys. My first question is like this is most common question I have faced in my interview in the level 1 round, and the question is how to make a class immutable. Right, for creating an immutable class we have to follow some steps. Okay, first of all we have to declare the class as final, so it cannot be extended, and all the class members should be private, so they cannot be extended outside the class, and it should not contain setter methods, and it should contain only getter methods, and the class members should be initialized using constructor only. These are the steps we have to follow. Now I will show you example. I have already created a class demo, guys, and what is the first step? We have to create a class with final variable. Okay, so it cannot be extended. It means it is not eligible for inheritance. It means like how I can say means it is not reusable because it is declared as final. Okay, and our second step is we have to declare variables as private final only, and we have some another step where we have to create only getters. Okay, the setters are prohibited, guys. If we create setter, they will be accessible outside the class, right? And we have some another step like our instance variable, like our how we can say means our variable should be initialized by constructors only, right? We have followed all the steps. We declared our class as final and our variables as private final, and we have initialized our variables using the constructor, and we have the getters also here. And let's go to our next question. Can we override private and static methods in Java? Guys, normally if you create a method like if you create a private method, what happens means the private methods are not accessible outside the class. So let's assume like we have a class A and class B. Okay, and if you declare some method like private void demo in class A, it cannot be extended, like it cannot be reused in the class B, even they are using some inheritance also. So that is the reason we cannot override the private methods. Okay, now I will explain you example so you can get some clear idea about this. Let's assume, let's create some class A and let's create some class B. Okay, now we can easily understand after I explain this example, guys. Okay, private void demo, and let's print some message here. Okay, demo method like that, and let's create some other method which is demo test. I'm just okay, let's print some message here. Let's save it. Sorry, here I want to put a brace and here I want to remove one. Now let's, okay, there is some issue. Yeah, there is nothing. Yeah, now let me do one thing. Let me extend this class A. Okay, now what I can do means I can override them, right? Select all, and yeah, normally what happens means as object class is superclass of all classes, we got this. So let's remove this. If you observe, guys, we can override only this public method, right? It means what is happening means if we declare something as private, they are not accessible outside the class. Even the class is extended by another class. That is the reason the private methods are not overridden. Okay, I think so you guys got some clear idea about this after seeing this example. Even if you have any query, please comment it in comment section. Okay. And if it's come to static methods, the static methods cannot be overridden because method overriding is based on dynamic binding of runtime, and the static methods are bounded using static binding at compile time. Okay. And why is string immutable, guys? Okay, and you can explain, I will explain it with a small example so you can easily get some clear idea. Let me open my notepad, it's best thing. Let's assume I have created a string demo. Okay, now what will be happen means in JVM, in string constant pool area, JVM will create an object demo. Okay, and if I have created, let's assume like I have created another string which have the same reference demo. What will be happening means JVM is not creating two objects. Okay, for I and J separately. It will make I and J to reuse same object in JVM. It means I and J will use the same object in JVM. Okay. In JVM, both will use the same objects. Okay, guys. So what will be happening means they are reusing the objects. Suppose if string is mutable, let's assume like I have modified my string I to demo1. Okay. Then what will be happen? Automatically this J will also point it to demo1 only, right? As both are reusing the same literal. So that is the reason string is immutable, guys. What happens means, suppose let's assume like I have modified this I value to demo1. Then what is happening? This I will be pointed to some other string demo1. Okay, let's assume like we have modified this I to demo1, and what will be happening means I will be pointing to a new object demo1, but J will be again pointing to this demo only. It means there may be chance of many objects reusing the same reference, and if one changes, other also be affected. So that is the reason the string is immutable in Java. Okay, and now let's go to another question. What is static? It is the most common question every interviewer will ask. Even the freshers will, even for freshers and experienced people also face this. Okay, I can simply say like static is a keyword. Okay, and it is mainly used for memory management. And even the static keyword in Java is used to same variable or method of a given class. By using static keyword, we can create blocks, variables, methods, classes, and many more. Okay, and there are many questions involved by using the static keyword, guys, like can static methods will be overridden, and if the static variable change at one position, will the whole class affected? Such type of questions will be asked by the interviewer. Please go through, thoroughly through this static concept, guys. Okay, this is the most important concept and this is the basic concept. Okay, let's if I am an interviewer, you answered all the questions except the static related one, definitely I will reject you. Okay, this is most important concept even in real time. Okay, guys, and please learn it carefully. And what is the singleton class in Java? In object-oriented programming, a singleton class is a class that can have only one instance. Okay, I can select one object at a time. Okay, and there are some steps for creating a singleton class. In a singleton class, we have to declare a constructor which is private. It means we cannot declare a constructor public. If you declare a constructor which is public, it is not a singleton class. Okay, these are the mandatory rules. And we want to write a static method that will return object of a singleton class. And it uses some lazy initialization mechanism to write the static method. Now I will explain you an example so you can clearly understand it. First of all, let's create some instance, okay, for this single class. And now let's create some constructor. Sorry. And now let's create some static method. Okay. That static method name is get instance. Here what you want to do means, for the first time want to check whether instance is null or not. If instance equal to null, then we want to initialize it with our private constructor. Otherwise, we can return it the reference as it is. Okay. This is the way we have to create the singleton class, guys. Okay. What will be happening for the first time when someone accesses this get instance method, the instance is created. But from the second time, already created instance will be reusable in the whole project. Okay. That is the main agenda of this singleton class. Okay. Now let's go to some other question. My next question is, what is diamond problem in Java? Guys, normally the diamond problem occurs in multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance, as they are both not supported in Java. Now I will explain you an example. We have a class A, right? And I want to create two more classes. One is B and another one is C. And in the both classes I want to create a common method, public void demo. Okay, I want to print some messages here. Okay, and I want to read the same method in my class C also. Here what I want to do means, I want to extend both the classes B comma C. If you observe here, we are getting an error like syntax, like there is some error like token expected, like that. But if you observe here, there are no syntax errors. The reason we are getting the issue is Java not suppose multiple inheritance, because suppose if you observe here, the both B and C classes having the same method demo. Okay, and what will be happening means, for JVM will be in some, like Java will be in an ambiguity, like it will be confused whether to pick demo method in B class or demo method in C class. So that is the reason diamond problem occurs. Okay, I can simply say like ambiguity occurs due to the multiple inheritance is the cause of the diamond problem. Okay, if anyone asked you what is the solution for multiple inheritance, you can say like in Java 8 we have default methods, right, in interfaces. That is the solution for this multiple inheritance. I can say like this diamond problem. Okay, let's go to our next question, and it is also one of the best question every interviewer will ask, guys. And what are the differences between finally, sorry guys, it's final here. By mistake I have typed as finally, finally and finalize. Normally these three are keywords, but and final keyword is used with the context of class, method, references, like that. And the final class cannot take place in inheritance, and the final method cannot be overridden also. If it's come to finally, it is the used in the context related to exception handling. What is happening means the piece of code which is placed in the finally will be executed even the exception is handled or not. Okay, and now normally the finally block will be followed by try and class. After the try and class we have this finally method, right? And if it's come to the finalize, and it is a like how I can say means, it is called by Java garbage collection. Okay, it's like whenever a garbage collection is enabled, and this finalize method will be called, guys. Okay, and it can be called explicitly from an application programmer. What is exception and how you handle it? Okay, and exception is abnormal termination of a program. Okay, how we can handle it means using the try catch blocks. Okay, and we have the exception handling mechanism which we use the try catch blocks. Suppose we have some doubt, like in some code we may get an exception, we will put that code in try block and it will be handled by the catch block. Okay, the exception will be handled by the catch block. Suppose if we want any code which should be definitely executed, even the exception is not handled, we want to put that code in finally block. Okay, and let's go to the next question. What is the parent class of all classes in Java? This is a simple question. Object class is parent class of all classes in Java. Error versus exception, guys. I can say like error is not recovered. It is not recoverable, and exception is recovered. Okay, and in exception we have types: checked and unchecked exception. And if it's come to errors, we have like in compile time we have some syntax errors, and in runtime we have logical errors and stack overflow, memory out of errors, like that. Okay, but we can handle exception, even the checked or unchecked exception. If we predict, we can handle. There is a possibility, but the errors we cannot handle them. Okay, that are the differences between the error and the exception. And what is the garbage collection and what is the need of it? Okay, and it is one of the important question, guys. I faced it in many interviews. And in Java, garbage means unreferenced objects, and it's the process of reclaiming runtime unused memory automatically. Okay, and we can simply say like it is a process of destroying unused objects. Okay, and for doing it we use free function in C language, but in Java it is automatically performed. What will be happening means, in our college days we are using the C and C++, right? There we can observe like in C we have that free function, in C++ we have delete function, but it is making some overload to developer to call these functions. So what they have done means they have automated this process. Like in Java will only call this will automatically do this garbage collection. Okay, and it makes our memory more efficient. That is the reason the garbage collection is very important. And our another question is, can we create objects for abstract classes? No, we cannot create an object for abstract classes, but we can create and reference variable of an abstract class. Okay, and what are the difference between checked and unchecked exception? Checked exceptions are occurred at compile time, but unchecked exceptions are occurred at runtime. Okay, how I can say means, checked exceptions like the compiler will only show error if we don't handle a checked exception, but unchecked exceptions are not like that. A simple example is we are trying to access a string at a particular index where we don't have a particular character not exist. Okay, let's assume like we have a string demo. Okay, now but I am trying to access a character value at place 6. At the index 6, as my string contains only 4 literals, like only 4 characters demo, it is not possible to extract some character from at the 6th place, right, at the 6th index, right? So we will get some null pointer exception, and suppose we will get some array index out of bound exception. Okay, in some cases, like we have limited some our array to some certain size, and we are trying to insert some other elements which is not capable to our array, we will get some array out of bound exception. This type of exceptions are unchecked exceptions. And finally, I have some suggestions for you guys when you are attending some Java interviews. Normally, every Java interviewer will ask you in the starting to rate yourself. Okay, from 1 to 10. Okay, please don't rate below 6 and don't rate below 8. Above 8. Okay. If you are rating yourself below 6, it means you are not good at Java. And if you are rating yourself above 8, you will get more critical questions. If you are more confident on you and if you have more Java knowledge, you can rate yourself more than 8. Otherwise, just try to rate between 6 to 8 only. It's a better thing. Okay. If you rate yourself to 9 or 10, you will get more critical questions. And please try to avoid multi-trading questions, okay, concept question. If someone asks you like, have you worked on multi-trading concept, and want to ask you questions like that, just tell them, no, I not worked on multi-trading concept, just my team lead looked into it or my manager handled it, like that. If you have more confidence, like you are very extreme level at multi-trading only, just go to the multi-trading concept. Like just tell to the interview like, I am good at multi-trading, you can ask me question. If you are not good at multi-trading, don't touch that concept, guys. Even have observed many senior developers will be bad at the multi-trading, like they will ask very complex questions. It will mess our interview. Okay, and these are the suggestions, guys. If you like my video, please like and subscribe our channel. Okay, thank you for watching my video.